I'm Bill Cannell.
And I'm Jim Cannell.
We're brothers.
We've been here at Bedquarters since 1989.
Bedquarters has been a local store here in Mineola. Been serving our community for 35 years in home furnishing.
We both graduated at Delphi University. I graduated with my master's degree in 1987.
I graduated with my business degree in 1990, School of Business.
The genesis of Bedquarters goes back to the summer of 1989 when Bill and I had an opportunity to go into business. I asked Bill one night after a dream actually that I had, I said, we've been doing this, we learned the business for a few years and I think we could do it better. And we had an opportunity to take over the store here in Mineola on Jericho Turnpike. And Bill was going through his business degree and I already had my business degree from Adelphi. And we said, let's give it a shot. And we had a great landlord that helped us out, and that's history.
We previously worked in this business since probably 1985, and we learned the business, how to execute a sale and how to make deliveries, take deliveries in. And we did have the opportunity, like I said, back in 1989, as Jim said, to actually go into business ourselves. So that's what we did.
We do everything from marketing, advertising, ordering, payroll, accounts payable. We do everything from soup to nuts in-house ourselves. And we have, what I love about being in business with my brother is that we both have specialties. Billy's very creative. I'm pretty good with the math. And we work together as a team and we know our pluses and minuses and we have our advantages and disadvantages, and we get along and work together and talk things out. So the pros of having a retail establishment that we have for all these years is that we kind of control our own destiny. As hard as we want to work, as much as we want to do, as much as you put into the business is as much you'll reap the benefits of. And as long as you're not a pig and you do control your own destiny, you're your own boss.
You also, there's trust. Knowing that when I'm not here, I have my brother here. If it's a day off, you just trust that it's almost like you're having yourself here. You don't have to worry about stealing. Again, we're just two brothers. We don't have any other brothers or sisters. So we've been that way our whole life. We work as a team. So that's a major pro being in business. If you have a partner who's not a sibling, so there's certain things you do have to worry about. But being that it's a family member, having a brother when you're not in the business is a complete factor, as a bonus. Again, I do believe there's more pros than cons, but there are some cons when you have a business. It's especially retail business when you're open 7 days a week and most holidays, we're only closed a few holidays out of the year. But we do miss some time together as a family, being that if going away on vacations it's very difficult because you really can't close the store down for a few weeks. So one of us does have to be here with the other ones away, which we do try to get that done. So, but there's times where we can take a few days here and there. We have someone who can cover it. But those are some of the cons that, again, that could affect being in business with a brother.
And there's late nights. There's weekends. There's things like that. But we work through them. Thank God, our families and our wives actually come from retail establishments.
And they all get along, which is great.
They get along, and it's a team effort.
Yep. I mean, looking back, I would never have changed anything to work with my brother, and I would do it again. So I, from my perspective, I do recommend working with a family member. But again, every family dynamic is different. So I can't say it's the right choice for every family situation. It has to start from the core. I think it has to start from the relationship prior before you go into business. So that's something that we knew going into it, it wouldn't be an issue because we always did get along. We both knew our roles. He was my older brother, but I did put my 2 cents into everything. So it worked out great for us. But again, every family's different.
And it all has to do with, like Bill said, with respect, listening, not just hearing, listening, understanding different views and points of views and things. And you can definitely make it work. There's no doubt about it. There's nothing better than blood.
Hello, my name is Pete, And I'm going to be telling my story here about a relationship with my brother. It started in the 90s. We've always talked, growing up, we've always talked about wanting to start a business together. And the time was right. It was the late 90s. And we were both very interested in nightclubs. We both frequented them very often. And we said, let's, we had the money. We were 50-50 financial partners. And we decided to open up a nightclub, a very trendy nightclub in Scottsdale, Arizona. So we did our research, we found, anyway, we got the club up and running. It was very, very successful. We had the club, it was operational for 10 years. Besides being 50-50 financial partners, we both took our share of the workload. We both, had to spend a lot of time, many hours in the club. And it was great at first. The whole problem, and this is why I'm telling you this story as far as getting into business with a family member, is there's so many outside influences that you don't foresee. We were both married at the time. Now, my brother's wife, my sister-in-law, we never hit it up. We were never close. And whatever, that was fine. We kept our distance. We got together for family functions, whatever. For some reason, she didn't like me, and the feeling was reciprocated. Anyway, it wasn't a problem at first, but as the years went on, she started getting involved in the business. He was showing up less and less. That's put a rift between my brother and I, why you need to come, spend more hours, how's the club gonna work if we don't put our, fair share of the workload in. And then his wife started getting involved in the business, started showing up, bossing employees around, and it just got to be a problem. Long story short, things came to a head. We had a blowout, and we just, we had to part ways. We sold our business, and we didn't want to, but we had to. We actually lost money because we had to do it pretty quickly. And it put a rift between my brother and I that's never fully healed. We're both divorced, so he's not with her anymore. But still, it's a rift. Words were said that really, shouldn't have been said, that can't be taken back. And, I don't want to get emotional now, but it was a really, really hard time, and we've never been the same. And my recommendation is, and I have other family and friends that have done the same thing, and, they've had problems. So my advice is, don't go into business with a family member, because, not only can it create problems, it could ruin a relationship like it did with myself and my brother. So that's my story, and I hope it helps anybody that's listening to this. Thank you. Thank you very much.